Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Monday. I hope everyone has had an amazing day today. As you can tell, my voice is a little bit fucked. So probably not that... I say that. I wasn't going to do any crazy voices, but there might be one, and it lives in Romulus's head. And I'm not talking about Remus. And it's not my cat either, even though he was just going past. I lost my train of thought, so let's keep moving on. The music you've been listening to before the start was by, and I keep forgetting this name, I use the music every day. Oh, not every day, every time. Erin Kenny, Black Cat, can be found over at the YouTube library. The sound effects and music during the game will be by Sirenscape. The character art that you can see on the screen was by Nat. Amazing art.
Thank you. Awesome.
And Oren has a placeholder token for now, not made by Nat.
I will get round to it.
Yeah, you and Terris can talk about it. But you know, university is more important.
Yes, it will get done though, so I do intend to find time for it at some point.
Oh, trust me, I've been to university. I know they like. Yes, which is why I'm no longer in academia. The starting soon screen, the overlay, and the maps you're currently looking at, and most of the maps in the game were made by me in Incarnate. And if you want to see what you can do to help or hinder the party, type in !point perks in the chat. If you want to catch up with what we've done so far, we do have, that's not how you spell YouTube, a YouTube channel where I try to post these episodes on Wednesday midday as to not clash with various regulations that Twitch has about co-streaming and such. I do believe that's it. Oh, no, wait. Some announcements before we get started. On Friday, there will not be any Minstrel Mischief. Instead, we will be having a cyberpunk-themed Curse of Strahd one-shot. At 8 p.m. Central European Time. And Psycole is one of the players.
Yes, indeed.
So all of it will be basically Barovia meets Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, that sounds so exciting.
I hope it really works, and if it does work out, I might do a whole campaign in that style. But we shall see. I'm not making any promises. I'm already doing a lot of stuff. And then next week, on Friday, we will be starting our next Vaesen adventure. And it should prove to be a lot of fun. So do come on by for that one. But I've been talking enough. Let's introduce our players today. Unfortunately, Bastian is not playing with us today.
Does that mean that the children get to behave badly then?
What could possibly go wrong with a con man, a criminal, and a mercenary alone in the woods without supervision?
I have no idea.
What you mean? Also, am I coming through okay on chat? On Twitch?
You should be.
Am I hearable? Okay.
OBS is telling me that you're. Speaking of conmen, Terris.
Oh, yes. Hello, I am Sir Terris, your friendly neighborhood ferret. Today I will be playing one Mr. Oren Weaver, the albino drow bard / conman. And his menagerie of little creatures, including Pierce the baby scorpion.
I only said it like that because someone on another Discord server I'm on called ferrets crime twinks.
That describes me, only I am a lawyer in the real world, so I'm still a crime twink. I'm a defense lawyer, so I'm a bit old to be a twink.
I don't really have a good segue. Psycole.
Speaking of twinks,
No, Psycole
Oh my
is
God, I
more
didn't
of a
get to
bear.
practice that.
sorry.
Considering that the last Pride event I went to, I got picked up on by the entire Bear Society of Boston, and they tried to pull me into the into the parade whilst I was stood next to the side. I think we might be slightly on the wrong scale here.
Yeah, the
yes,
beard is more bear than the beard.
I mean, the beard, the body, it's fine. I'm
No, it's a bad.
My face
Yeah.
hurts.
Already. Yes, anyway, sorry, I'm Psycole. I'm playing Remus Del Dawn, the barbarian Kalashtar barbarian, one of those two words, either way around, something like that. Twin to the lovely Romulus.
Yes. Nat.
I am Romulus Del Dawn. I am Nathan, and I am playing the Kalashtar Hexblade Warlock and twin brother of Remus Del Dawn. And I'm currently sensitive to sunlight. Yay!
Yay! Something you have in common with the drow.
It burns.
And hi, I
She said.
am Ardana or Joe or oi, you there. Though Lilith isn't here. I guess someone else would have to call me that then.
Oi.
Hi.
So you say oi, and my Australian brain just tries to scream Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
I'm not Australian, but I.
Oh my
have
God,
to
you
say
understand
that.
mating call.
Well, I just had Godzilla mating calling straight in my head, and I lost my train of thought again. So, hi, I am the GM and channel runner around these parts. Does anyone want to give us a recap of what happened last time?
Things happened.
We woke up. There was a shadow of a wyvern flying across the sky. Remus decided it would be a good idea to impersonate his Disney princess and communicate with loads of different animals to try to find both the location and the direction of the wyvern because he wanted to kill it, or at least fight it, or at least
Who wants
check
adventure in the
whether or
great
not-
wide somewhere?
Exactly. Unfortunately, Bastion did not agree with that. Anyway, we ended up finding out that the wyvern was going too far in the wrong direction for us to bother chasing after it. Which probably is another side quest missed, but who cares? So we then went the path it flew from, at Romulus' suggestion. Much to Bastion's annoyance, I kept pushing them in the wrong direction until we kind of came across where it last ate. Did a bit of investigating, kind of went, it's someone else's problem, and then Bastion kind of took us back to the path that we needed to. At which point we came across Oren arguing with an old man of some sort. The old man then transformed, and I've probably written the name down wrong. I had Zora Katra, but I can't tell
Yes.
whether that's the correct name or not.
That's
But
correct.
introduce yourself as Zora Katra. And Oren is her little project. Mildly concerned about that, but we've not yet crossed that moment of backstory.
Fine, don't worry about it.
And that she was there to drop Oren off to support the party as a favour to Derek. She provides some sort of compensation, which was given to the inquisitive amongst us, but did not ask any questions about free 4-inch long files with red liquid. I have no idea whether or not that. I mean, I'm definitely getting certain vibes here, but I'm not quite sure whether or not I wish to voice them yet. Anyway, so we kind of then she invites us to join her at the Great Crag at some point. We have a contest of wills around Remus trying to connect with Oren's mind, and a prolonged sing-song that kind of then got communicated to various different people as Remus connects with different people as well. The song definitely got on his nerves. And then Oren decides to conjure up 3 of his creatures for the day so that we can continue our onward travel. Travel on for a couple more days, and then we come to effectively a crossroads, which you will see on the screen as the map, where we are effectively ambushed by a bunch of thieves, and combat ensues, which includes some attempts to throw some people around, Oren's deployment of his menagerie of things, which includes wonderful phrases such as "deploy baboon," if I remember rightly,
Yes.
and a mad scramble to make sure everyone got at least 1 kill in. Bastion was very disappointed that people kept moving out of his way from his drop kicks. We concluded the fight, and whilst continuing to search on, Romulus has a moment, and as a result of not killing anything with his sword, has to hide in the underbrush, get out of the sunlight, as he is now sensitive to sunlight. We continue finding a few bits and pieces across the body. Remus goes to find out where Romulus is, and we end with the immortal phrase, "Oh shit."
Shit.
Indeed.
No, it wasn't "oh shit," it was "well shit."
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Well shit was what I think we finished, yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. And you can take yourself a point of inspiration. If you already have it, you can bounce it to someone else.
There
I
are
am
3 immortal
inspiration.
phrases. Oh shit, well shit, and you shit.
Yes. And shit for those that require a 4th deployment every now and then.
Come on, Sirenscape. You're a beautiful bastard, and you actually... I love you when you work, but sometimes you just don't. So, for those wondering, I have a system where you can have 2 points of inspiration in this game. 1 from doing stuff...
Inspiration.
Yes, a twinspiration. 1 is from doing stuff like making me snort tea by giving me a bad pun, or some other cool shit, or doing the recap. The second one is from story beats during the game. You can have 1 of each, at most.
Yay.
So, let me swap the music. Yay, Skype, you actually work. Let me grab the shing that I have prepared. And if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get started.
I am ready.
Yes, I hope so. Because this is from your perspective.
Uh-oh.
The detective, the mercenary, the warlock, new companions, new allies. Lady Sorakatra took you to them, to this cold, dimly lit forest. Fulfilling a prophecy, causing some chaos. Her words. You traveled with this group for just a few days now. You don't really have a good grasp on them yet, aside from them being good in a fight. The bandits died quickly enough. You look up from the dimly lit ravine, just in time to see, what's his name? Romulus? Flee the light just as you would. The cold sunlight coming in through the canopies of the ancient tree seemingly hurting his eyes, much as you did. Just as it did to you those years ago when you stepped out of the ship in Corvair.
Oh, mate. You're right.
It burns. This is not good.
Oh, the light?
Yep.
Give me 1 minute, mate. 1 minute.
Okie
What's your
dokie.
favorite color?
I like them all. Red.
Red. All right. Adana, do I have any red yarn on me?
Sure, why not?
Yay.
So he's going to hop under the underbrush with you,
Mhm.
and you see him sort of.
You're not in the
side-eyeing-
you're not in the underbrush really. You're under a large tree. There is a lot of underbrush where you're at, however. So
he'll sort of peer at you from, like, he'll come in under there with you.
Yeah.
And he'll sort of peer at you for a moment, and then he will extract from his pack a hook and a ball of red yarn. And it's just, we're taking a rest here, right?
up to you guys.
It might
I-
seem sensible to resolve
Yeah,
his
might be a good idea.
affliction.
Rightio. And he will sit under there with you, and with this hook and this yarn, he is going to make you what essentially looks like a wide-brimmed bucket hat out of the yarn, which you will then pull over
Ah.
your head to help shield your eyes a little bit from the light.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Hopefully this will take the edge off it.
Whilst whilst that is starting, I will go out and grab the two spiky shields.
Okay.
Take a couple of the javelins that were floating around, and basically stab the javelins into the shield to turn them into umbrellas.
Here you go, boys.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And I'll
yep.
bring them back in, and I'll just basically thrust it into his hands. I don't know how much these things are gonna weigh. I don't really care. To me, it's just an umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd
Yeah.
be intrigued to know whether or not the young man can lift it.
So
There you
they're not very heavy, but they are shields on top of javelins. They're not very wieldy. So you're gonna have to use both hands to hold them up. And they are a little bit unbalanced because, you know, tall plank shields, not very balanced to be umbrellas. But yeah,
Be able to having a look at these things using sort of chained yarn, fasten those shields a little more firmly onto those javelins.
yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
There's also the
'Cause he's
matter
looked at the-
so I'm going to assume you jabbed the javelins in with the spikes up.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like I'm not gonna turn it into like if he drops it, he's a cheese grater kind of moment. It's like it's outwards so that it could be deployed as a weapon as well. I'm
Alright,
I'm conscientious of my brother. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, that's what I wanted to, like, I assumed that was the case. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, no, definitely. It's deployed so that, in theory, you could also turn it into a battering ram. Although, with my brother's strength, that's probably not going to happen.
Nah.
Probably not.
I mean, it's more of an, like, it's gonna be very intimidating. Even though someone of no strength comes running at you with the spiked shield, it's still a spiked shield coming at you.
They don't know that he's got tiny little noodle arms.
Exactly. Obviously strength enough to hold it up. But yeah, absolutely. You can also, if you need to, I think Sebastian, the only one who took actual damage during this fight.
I got hit.
Okay.
I got hit for 4 HP.
Eh. It's almost so you don't
No,
actually need
roll.
to use a hit die to get that back during a short rest.
If we are taking a short rest,
It would mean that the warlock gets his spell slots back. So
yes.
And doesn't Bastion get his superiority die back as well? Is that on a short rest for a fight?
I know it's action search. I know it gets back, but does it get superiority dice back? I'm gonna have to check that.
I got cutting words, not Song of Rest anyway, so because I'm a lawbard.
No, you get Song of Rest.
Why can't I find Song of Rest?
Did you add it, or did you accidentally use the new rules?
Do you not get it until level 6?
Isn't Song of Rest
I might
level
not.
2?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't play bards.
I'm looking on D&D Beyond, and I don't see it.
Are you looking at the correct bard? The
I'm
2014
looking
one?
at Orange.
Oh.
Cheat. Let me check that I've chosen
Yeah.
the right bard.
Song of Rest should be at level 2. You get 1d6 that you can add to. If you're using the 2014 rules. I haven't looked
I
into
may
it.
have used the wrong rules.
Anyway, as you're resting under this tree, Romulus, you hear an almost constant stream of angry muttering, somewhat similar to that of a very disgruntled child. And after... Yes?
Go on after you, go on.
No, I was going to say, and after like maybe 10, 15 minutes, it goes quiet.
I relay this to the others.
Is this fucking sword again?
Yeah, I did actually have a conversation. Apparently this entity is called Lynette. She was kind of dropped in a well and forgotten, and then I picked her up in the ruins, and here I am. So, I mean, we found a name, which I suppose is something. Still need to find the original creator of the sword in order to hopefully get rid of it.
Out of curiosity, does it want blood, or does it want death?
I would imagine most likely both.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
Do you
One
want
bit.
to ask it? Or is it time to experiment?
Well, she's just gone quiet. She sounded very like grumbled beforehand. I mean, I could try and ask specifically if you think that's a good idea.
Oren, these
Yeah.
wonderful little creatures that you conjure up every morning.
Yeah.
If I kill one, what happens?
It goes poof.
Goes poof and never comes back, or goes poof and you can just throw it out the next morning?
Next morning, and I can throw out another one. Or you can if you want.
Give me your sword, Romulus.
Are you sure?
Give me your sword.
Are you sure?
I mean, he literally just grabs it off of you and walks
Okay.
outside.
All right.
And I walk over to the baboon.
All right.
And I try to run it through.
Why are you being dumb? Come on. Okay, roll an attack.
It's a longsword, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So a regular
So
longsword
can I
attack.
Use strength for that, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strength-based sword.
I will just roll. I will just roll it as a great axe then, even though I know it won't be correct. Does a 19 hit the baboon?
It does, yes.
And it's a D.
Are you
10.
using? It's a D10 with two-handed, yes.
Okay, so it's a D10, 6 plus strength, so 4, so 10 HP.
You swing at the baboon and you hear a sad and it goes into a puff of fur and it's just gone.
Okay. I will shout from my current location to Romulus and say, "Did that help?"
Anything?
In your mind, Romulus, you just hear, why is he swinging me around like I'm a meat cleaver?
Oh dear.
She asks you, why are you swinging her around like a meat cleaver?
Well, at least she's talking to you. But the main reason was I want to understand how I can help you.
Okay.
You, not the sword.
Thank
And
you.
he'll literally be, I'm stupid enough to be standing there like talking to the sword. I'll literally be like, I'm holding it like this. It's like, basically, I want to help my brother. You're being a dick. How can I help him by using you?
Give me a
Saying it out loud rather than attempting to mentally connect to it. I don't quite think he's that stupid. Maybe he is.
Is Remus wearing gloves or are you
Nope.
bare hand? Okay. You feel
Bare hand.
you feel the sword in your hand become warm and then hot. Not hot enough to burn, but like hot to hold. Like a rock that you picked up on a sunny day. And then it fades again. And Romulus, in your mind, you hear I don't understand what he's trying to do, really. I mean, killing that thing was fun. Maybe kill the big thing? Maybe? But I don't understand. Why is he doing that and not you? You're the fun one. I mean, he's
Okay.
fun too, but in a different way.
Okay. I relay that.
So basically, she wants you to do it rather than me.
Yes. So we could try that and see how it goes. Just make sure everyone stands back.
I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. Oren, I apologize for this, and I will put the sword down, and I will pull out my warhammer, and I will smack it over the head of the black bear, because I want to weaken it. And then I'm going to drag it in front of Romulus with the sword.
Okay, roll an attack.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
that's
boy.
gonna kill it.
I mean, you can say non-lethal, but that's probably going to take it down to 1 hit point left.
It would definitely be non-lethal. The whole point is I want Romulus to kill it, but I am
Yeah.
bringing it down to the lowest possible health.
The bear just goes, and gives you the saddest look.
Oh dear.
As it has 1 hit. It's kind of weird to say it's a bear. It's a face spirit in the shape of a bear.
Okay. Yeah, this is just
Fine.
just add the list of enemies to Remus to face spirits.
Right, you drag the
And then-
bear over.
Then I drag the bear and the sword over to Romulus, and I put the sword in his hand, and I just say, "Just kill the bear."
The bear sits there just looking. Yeah, that hits. And yeah, the sword goes straight through the bear, and the bear vanishes in a puff of feathers. And why are you being dumb? Thank you. And in the bag, Oren, you now for the second time feel a rustling as the little fuzzballs are back in there. And
All right.
Romulus, you hear in your mind.
Also need to brain the tiger.
I hope not.
Romulus, in your mind, you hear. Huh. Well, I like where you're going with this. But how about we have some actual fun? As you see, now for the second time along the edge of the sword, a drop form and fall down at the tip. And Romulus, I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Okay. Advantage. Wisdom.
Oh, so Adana, while that's happening, I quickly fixed Oren because I'd accidentally used the 2014 rules to make him.
Mhm.
So his spells are a little bit different and stuff just because I had to fix him.
Okay. Do you mean 24? You accidentally used the 24.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've switched him to 2014 rules.
Yep.
Stupid.
It's fine. I know. For a moment, you feel like, yeah, you could just swing around. Oren is just right there. You could just, and it would be so easy. And your actual thoughts come back and just, probably not the greatest idea. Oh, you. Fine. Still boring, though.
How much of Romulus's body language would have been given way by that wisdom save? If you know what I mean. Like, how much of a clenched face, weird kind of attempt to hide the inner thoughts?
I'd say make an insight check. Like, you could probably see his hand clenching on the hilt.
No.
But other than that, it's just... Can't really tell. He has his back to you as well, so...
Oren is completely oblivious to the fact that he was Nelly Swift by a sword.
I am gonna put the sword back in wherever I put my sheath.
Yeah.
I turn around, be like, I go to Orin and be like, "You were very close to being sliced up, and I can apologize."
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
My sword is evil, and it tries to get me to kill things if I'm not concentrating hard enough to avoid that.
Ah,
Yeah,
don't.
that's why I asked. No, I don't intend to. That's why I asked people to stand back while I use this thing. I'm trying. This is. I'm trying to get rid of it, but like I need to do it properly.
So like, throw it into lava or something?
I don't know. I was in contact with a druid recently, and they suggested I find the original maker of the sword. So that's the only lead I've got at the moment.
Well, I once heard about a halfling, I think it was, throwing this real evil ring into a volcano or something. That seemed.
You know what? I've heard about that before, actually. That might be a good shout.
That
Seems like
might
a very
have just been a
elvish
story.
solution to problems.
Well, I am an elf of sorts.
Exactly. All elves ever want to do is throw stuff into flames.
I mean, I'd throw stuff into flames just to watch it burn, honestly.
Now that I think about it, on the sword, is there any like touch mark or anything like that can allow me to go off of something to figure out
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Thieves' Cant, and Kiori.
Okay. Looking closely, down by where the edge meets the guard, along the blade, you see tiny little etchings of runes, but you can clearly see that they are runes. They're about just a couple of millimeters tall along the blade, or around the blade by the guard, but you can't read them. They're in a language you don't know.
Interesting. I turn around and I go to them both. Like, what language can you read runes like this? Have you seen anything? Do you know what these are?
I only have Common and Elvish, so.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
I have Dwarvish, weirdly.
Let me check what Bastion speaks. Okay, Northern Common. The runes are in Dwarvish, but the language is not. It's not words you recognize, but it uses Dwarven runes.
I mean, all I'm going to say is I'm a barbarian, right? So, weirdly, I can read it, but I have no idea what the fuck it says.
Interesting.
It's basically
This is
like someone writing
It's-
English in Futhark.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It basically says, see this rune here? This means this, and that means that. And if you put the two of them together, it does not make a word that makes any sense whatsoever.
Interesting.
I mean, it's probably worth me scribing it round, because it's not like it's a good idea for you to wave the sword around in front of people to say, can you tell me what this means, please?
Oh god, yeah.
I think it
Um,
could just be a name.
I mean, could it just be a name?
It's possible.
I mean, it could be.
Looking at it, it looks like one word.
I give up.
If anyone's got any paper, I'll kind of try my best to kind of write these runes and pocket them so that next time we're in like an area where someone looks like they might know how to speak it, then I can show them the note.
If no one has any paper, he could Oren could probably crochet a swatch and then make the
No.
markings in yarn. But that's about as close as I'm gonna get.
I now have this image of Oren over the course of this entire adventure quilting the entire thing,
Oh my god.
just out of
God.
crocheting various different squares of our adventure together,
Yeah,
and at the end
yeah,
of it, just
no.
going home with a massive blanket.
Yes, it's an adventuring blanket. I like that idea. I'm going to steal it. He is definitely making a square of the Battle of the Orcs right now.
Brilliant,
glad I
brilliant.
Bastian's got plenty of paper, I'm sure, in his desk.
Yes, he
I
does.
believe
He constantly sits down and writes random stuff at various points in time. He is bound to have paper. He's a detective.
Oh god, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
In
You
that case, then
hear
I'll borrow.
all of you will hear a or a very low mechanical complaining as Bastian just opens the briefcase slightly, takes out a piece of paper, and you hear a as Archimedes, the tiny mechanical bird, is trying to not let him take the paper. And he hands it over to you.
Thank you very much. You're unusually quiet today.
Maybe he heard his voice.
Maybe. Anyway, I write down the runes.
I'm not as good at this as Jason is, but just admiring a wood as dim as the light in my soul.
He hasn't pulled one of those out for a while, to be fair.
No, it really hasn't. He's been slacking.
Meanwhile,
noted it
Romulus,
Yeah.
given your recent reaction to Oren, will your sword remove your light sensitivity if you get a decent fight?
I can only imagine it can.
Well, stand up then.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh god. Okay, I see where this is going.
I divest myself of my weapons, so it's literally like, yeah, the great sword goes down, the warhammer goes down, everything.
Okay.
Are you sure? About
I mean,
If
there
it
is
means
there's currently a drought between the two of you, so.
Not for long. Oren,
The drought
seeing this
between us.
happen, is going
Yeah.
to take a little bit of a
a sidestep.
there.
There's literally like, he pulls a great axe off his back, that gets dropped on the floor, the warhammer gets dropped on the floor on the other side, the hand axes come out and go funking into the ground, and then he just kind of cracks his knuckles to the side and just goes, well, are we going to do this then?
Oh god. Okay.
I'll be over here working on my blanket. Good luck.
Thank you. Just be ready if any healing needs doing.
I can do that, mate.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I draw my sword.
All right. Please roll me. Actually, it's highs and lows. So roll me a d4. Whoever gets the highest goes first.
Oh,
It'll be just like when we were kids.
I rolled a hit die for Bastion. That's a 1.
Romulus and I both rolled a 3.
Twin things, am I right?
Mhm.
All right then. You know what, Jason, you're in chat. Heads or tails? Exclamation point. Flip coin. Heads for Remus, tails for Romulus. And we already did. Okay, Romulus, you're up first.
Yeah. So I draw the blade. And I suppose I go in for an attack. Just a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
That hits.
All right.
18 damage in total.
And Romulus, in your mind, you hear, "Ooh, yes, now we're having fun."
She likes it.
So I wasn't going to rage, but you say she likes that, as now like, I can't believe I'm gonna have to do this, so now I'm gonna rage.
Oh my god.
And he's just gonna punch out. Does a 20 hit?
Yep.
So you take 7 damage. Does a fist count as a light weapon?
Technically, no, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna say sure, because you're not doing anything else. Well, you already used your bonus action. So,
Yes, good point. A
Yeah.
bonus action rage, so it's just one quick, swift punch to the chest.
Okay. Bit winded, but okay.
So, does she need more? Brother? And it's like, it's that slight undercut where it's like, he hits slightly harder than he was expecting him to. So he's like, This is rapidly turning into, it was going to be a play fight, now it's going to get very serious.
It's like that case where like you accidentally hit your little brother or sister, and then they start crying. You're like, no, you can hit me back. You can hit me back.
Yep. Very much like, maybe this was a bad idea.
Yeah, you think? Okay. Do I hear anything else in my head? Or do I get that kind of silence?
are you just gonna take that? Maybe I should have chosen him instead.
She's being very taunting. I'm sorry, I'm hitting you again. There's a 25 hit.
That also hits.
So you take 4 slashing and 5 necrotic. Because you're raging.
I'm also resistant to necrotic.
Yep. Okay. So 4 slashing and 2 necrotic. So I round down.
Yep. Fine.
And Romulus, I
Yeah,
need you
that
to
hits,
make
thanks.
me a wisdom save.
Alright. Oh boy.
For a moment, just a brief moment, everything goes quiet. And the world becomes just a flash of white. And as Remus, as you go in for the strike, you see Romulus lift the sword and slash out at you again.
Okay.
But he's not looking at you. In fact, there's no irises, no pupil in his eyes. They have rolled back in his head.
Oh.
So roll an attack, Romulus.
Okay. One-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Gotcha.
14.
Meets the beat.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. And then- Did it hit? Sorry.
Yeah, it hit.
My armor class is 14, so yeah.
Okay.
So 5 slashing and 4 necrotic.
Okay.
And then, Romulus, you feel yourself stumble back a little bit as... I'm guessing a 22 hits.
No bet.
So yeah, Remus, you connect. Just as the sword comes up and slashes at you, Romulus, you get punched again. Just as you regain focus.
Oof.
I am properly angry now.
Oh no.
Alright. Well, you didn't use your bonus action this one. I say you can do a second with your offhand, but you don't get your modifiers for it. Other than the rage.
Okay, cool. So it's -4 from that.
Oh no.
Bonk!
Yeah.
And since we
That
changed the rules a little bit. So it's your unarmed strike maximum. Which is twice. So with brutal critical, you would have to roll, but since it's unarmed strike, it's 1 plus your strength modifier. Which is 1 in this case, I guess.
Yeah, because I can't add my strength modifier to the damage, can I? Just
No.
You said it's on offhand strike.
Yeah.
So it's 1.
Plus,
So critting to 2
yeah.
plus rage. Does rage crit as well?
No. Rage is added on top of it. So,
Okay. So then that's 4 damage in total.
yeah, which is kind of lame. But you do get like a good punch on the first one and then follow up with the second.
Oh, I was so scared for a minute. I thought I was gonna get annihilated.
I mean, it would be 14 if it wasn't offhand. 16, my bad, with the rage.
Oh my god.
I see Lynette has Lynette made her appearance. Is she happy now, or do we need to carry on with this?
Am I actually, considering my eyes are all back, am I actually
Yeah.
the one in control and able to communicate?
Yeah, you're back in control
okay.
again.
Okay. What did she say?
I can keep going, but if you don't want to play anymore, I'm fine.
She said
Fine
we
enough
can
to remove the sensor. Sorry.
She said we can.
Preempting you telling me.
That's fine. She said we can keep going if we wanted to, but she's okay if we want to stop now. And I'm quite happy with stopping now if you are, please.
I think it seems sensible before one of us gets hurt.
Honestly, the less I have to heal, the better.
Yeah.
Providing she's going to do something about your sunlight sensitivity.
And in my head, I'm like, will we get rid of the sensitivity now?
Or is that
Mm,
a permanent?
Or is it permanent?
well, it's not permanent, but it's not something I can remove.
I just do a massive face palm.
I punched the tree.
Yeah. So yeah, she can't remove it herself.
Well,
So
sorry, go ahead.
I don't really know where I was going with that. If you've got a suggestion, please go for it.
My suggestion is we take our rest now. Let you guys patch yourselves up. I'll give you a hand. And because this light sensitivity, we're not sure how long it's gonna be for. How about we take our rest now and then resume at dusk?
I think that's sensible.
Psycole, you're muted if you were talking.
No, I just made a load of random noises and didn't actually say anything
Ah.
with the thing. Walking at dusk is fine, but Bastion and I cannot see.
I can
In
fix
the
that.
dark. Fine. And he goes off and starts nursing his wounds. He got down to 9 HP.
I'm so sorry. I'm down to 17.
Ah, I was
Let me
trying to.
see.
There was a sportsmanship moment coming in where I was like, I just don't think it's fair if he uses his weapons because it's going to be quite painful. And now that I've heard that, I'm like, fuck that. Next time, the weapons get used.
Fine. So you're probably
He
gonna
walks-
kill.
He walks away, nursing his wounds, looking at Romulus, going, "Damn, I thought I used to hit harder than that."
So he will whack 2 healing words on each of you.
Thank you.
It's fine.
thank you.
Okay.
7 for the first one. 5 for the second one.
How much
5
was the first one?
Seven.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, you both get 2 7s and 2. You both get a 7 and a 5.
Brilliant. So
Yeah, I'm so sad that the crit was on the offhand, because that would have knocked Romulus down hard.
that really would have done the number.
Oh, also, Adana, do we do scars on crits?
If you want to. That's entirely up to you guys. I think it's a fun idea, but I know not everyone is up for it, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, that offhand is still gonna smart, but, you know. And we might actually have a Jason happening.
Yay!
I think we actually do.
So, his version of fixing the light issue is just to run dancing lights while you're traveling, by the way.
To be fair, I
Okay.
would have just pulled out a torch and used the torch anyway. I have some torches in my pack. I've
Yeah,
done
but-
healing.
Dancing
cannot smoke.
lights, you don't have to worry about wasting your torches.
Fair.
So are you camping here, or you continue a little bit further and then setting up?
I mean, it would be a bit icky to be camping around a bunch of orc corpses, so unless those guys are willing to, because he's not gonna exert himself. If those guys are gonna pile them up somewhere and do something about them, then sure. But he's busy sitting on a log right now, crocheting his story blanket.
So I basically spend the hour nursing my wounds, and then I will move all of the corpses to a convenient pile next to the road where it's obvious that they were bandits of some sort and they've been killed off.
Okay, yep.
He's
So the
finished.
intention is the short rest is here.
So he's finished his Battle of the Orcs, and now he's doing the Battle of the Brothers patch.
I keep hearing Battle of York, and that's a Miracle of Sound song.
Oh dear. No.
I feel that Battle of York would demand a lot more space than just a little bit of square.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So you take. What just happened?
I yawned. Apologies.
There we go. Sirenscape decided to be Sirenscape and be weird. So you pile the corpses into a convenient little thing, and
Uh-oh.
we have Jason.
Jason!
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Would it be easier to keep it off? Oh. I think it might be easier to keep it off because I'm just getting tongued right now.
Tongued? Oh dear.
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, my dog. My dog's just like licking my face.
All right.
He missed
Not that I
you.
don't
He missed you. It missed you.
appreciate your love.
You'll do anything for love, but you won't do that?
I'll do
Not make out with a dog, no.
Blah.
do.
Other
Okay.
than what I actually did this morning. So. Don't ask. Oh, Papa!
Oh, so cute.
All right.
What variety of Papa is that?
We have two.
Oh, there's
we have
two.
We have my sister's dog, who's a puppy. She's a
He's a Simba.
cockapoodle, and then we have our gorgeous regular
Oh,
Pippa, who's a Springer Spaniel.
I love Springers. I've got a Moodle.
Brutal.
You've got a cow dog thing? What?
No, it's a Maltese Poodle mix. I refuse to call it a Maltipoo. It's a Moodle.
Oh, right. But then people get confused. It's a cow. What? Anyway.
No, he's a tiny tax accountant in a dog's body.
Carlos is amazing.
Mhm.
There we go. Okay, Bastion.
Okay.
So to quickly fill you in, some experimentation has been happening on various summoned creatures that didn't really go as people had hoped. Remus decided to challenge Romulus to a fight to see if the sword would like that, and Romulus said, "Sure, why not?" and stabbed his brother. Some fighting.
So they did try on the animals first.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
Remus killed the baboon with the sword in the expectation that maybe someone else killing with the sword would work. That didn't work. So then Remus concussed the bear and got Romulus to stab the bear instead. Which kind of worked, but she wasn't particularly impressed with it. So then we just had a throwdown. And Remus decided that he would be sporting and not hit him with any weapons. And then Lynette took over and got a couple of good swipes in, and now Remus is pissed. And so next time it's going to happen, the Warhammer will be involved.
Oh, yeah, and Archimedes is now very upset because a piece of paper was stolen from his stash, or his hoard, and some runes were found on the bottom of the blade of Romulus' sword, but they needed paper to write down what the runes mean, or the runes, because no one can read them.
I want a double of that then. So you can do some research on it.
Yep. And now you're setting up to either do a rest here or somewhere else and then continue at dusk, because 2 of you are having a hard time in sunlight, and 2 of you will be having a hard time in darkness.
Works perfectly.
And at dusk and dawn, no one can see properly.
I can see fine. I've got dark vision. I've got dark vision and dancing lights. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I have a lantern and I perpetually live in the dark. Either one is fine with me.
Sebastianism.
Dark like your soul.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
You, sir. Sorry, that isn't his voice. Dark like your soul. You, sir, are fascinating.
Mhm.
I want to learn all about you.
Are you talking to me, or are you talking about who are you talking to?
All of you, really.
But
Rather
in
than
particular,
draining each
who are
other,
you talking to
Bastion
then?
over there being the creature of the night.
Ah. Everyone's interested in Bastion.
Yeah. I mean, you're just a dark horse, mate.
I am bipedal, but okay.
It's a. You know what? Never mind. Bipedal.
What were those vials your mistress gave us?
That's between her and him, I guess.
Bastion, did you check the vials before you pocketed them? I mean, probably should have asked this a few days ago, but it's only just sprung to mind.
I was giving vials.
yes.
In the bag, mate. In the bag that what's the face gave you.
Oh, right. Oh, from the druid lady, or from?
No, from the lady that dropped Oren off with you guys.
Ah, okay. So they
She
give
gave you a
vials
bag
for
with
vials.
4 red vials in it.
I'm guessing healing potions then. I'll have a look. I have
Alright.
an investigation.
Investigation or Arcana check, your choice.
I will always go for the investigation.
She head. There we go. Investigate.
Noise.
Yeah, with a 22, you've seen these before. They're expensive as fuck, so you haven't really used them, but they're regular healing potions.
These are 4 healing potions.
And with a 22, you know that the market price for each is 50 gold pieces.
These are worth 50 gold each. You have an expensive benefactor there.
If
to be
what
fair, I'm
I'm
pretty...
worth to be looked after is 200 gold pieces, I'm not causing enough mischief. I'm gonna have to fix that. That's not on.
How much was Remus's
expensive too?
How much was
How was
Remus's bounty? From the blade marks?
As far as you know, 800.
Okay,
Ah,
yeah. Rebus will turn around and say, "So does that Remus will turn around and say, "Yeah, 200 seems quite low. Like, the blade marks have like 800 out on me."
Thank you. You've given me a goal.
What, to take me in, or to get a number that's higher than mine?
I'd never take you in, mate. Nah, I'm gonna try and outdo you.
Okay, cool. Sounds
Yeah.
good. A gentleman's competition, and he will hold out his hand to shake on it.
I'll look at your hand and sort of look. In one hand, he's got a crocheted blanket patch, and the other, he's got a crochet hook. Stick his crochet hook in his pocket, shake your hand. Pull it back out. Yeah.
We just have to be careful though, because at a certain point in time, I'm fairly certain Bastion will decide it's a good idea to turn us in. And he says that very much loud enough for Bastion to hear.
Is that so?
Depends if they continue committing crimes. And I glare at Remus. No, Romulus. I glare at Romulus. That's it.
I was going to say I've done crimes.
He glares at Romulus.
I mean, we can get into a whole lot of trouble without actually committing crimes. I think that should also be a gentleman's wager. What say you? See exactly how much trouble we can get into without actually breaking the law?
Tax evasion.
I worked. That's still breaking the law. People are being arrested for that.
I mean, if you're rich enough, you can avoid anything.
What's tax?
Complicated.
Annoying.
I was also about to quibble because I'm fairly certain. No, don't worry. Evasion is technically illegal. It's tax planning that isn't.
Yeah.
But,
So, what's the plan?
somewhere else. I don't want to sleep next to these people we just beat the show.
Beat the shit out of? You mean killed, right? They're very dead.
Yes, that.
Hey, that one's brains are leaking out.
Well, they're thieves, and it's.
Oh yeah, no, we were right justified. It's all good.
Yes.
Yeah.
This kind of fighting is.
They attacked us first.
Yeah.
There's a fair amount of laws that say. There's probably going to be like some kind of no man's law where if you're mugged on the road and you.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So all of you are pretty much familiar with the. You're still in the Shadow Marshes, and in the Shadow Marshes, people go missing all the time. It's marshland. The reason why you were kicked out of the Druids' village was because you killed someone in the village. They don't give a shit if you killed someone outside of the village.
Got it. Providing there's no witnesses, we can get away with whatever we want.
In the Shadow Marshes,
Yeah.
yes. I think.
What else there? If there's no witnesses, no one can
Yeah.
tell on us.
Only illegal. Sorry, that is definitely our own voice. It's only illegal if you get caught.
This no to all of you. It's
None of you are really all that familiar with how it works in Droam, which is the next leg of your journey. But considering it's called the Monster Nation, and it's pretty much only settled by beings such as minotaurs, you would guess that if you survive, you were right. Further along the journey, if you look at the map, further along the journey, you get to actually settled towns and cities. And most of you would know that killing, straight up killing, is generally frowned upon. if you're getting attacked and you knock someone out, that's fine. As long as they're alive when you turn them in. If they die in custody, that's not your fault.
See,
Cool.
I'm of
So
the
knock them
impression that
out.
Oren has not looked at the map.
Yep.
So knock them out, poison them, and then hand them in.
That could work.
I can
'Cause
do
then they die
that.
in custody, and technically you kill them as well.
I
I
think
see.
I can do that. I got a scorpion.
Killing someone in cold blood in the streets of one of the major cities, probably not the greatest idea you would have had at the time. You will be...
That's on my
Yeah, that's... I think Bastion and a number of other law enforcement agents would have something to say about that. But again, this is a noir adventure. Think Gotham. So if you don't get caught and there are no witnesses, you can't really be charged with a crime. But if you're caught and there are witnesses...
That's what Paladins...
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what Paladins called heavy stealth.
Yes, exactly.
You're stealthy if there's no witnesses.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Heavy stealth.
Bonk. So while you're in the Shadow Marshes or in the forest you're in right now or in Droam, you probably safe that in the sense that if they attack you first, no one is gonna care, and if there's no body, there was no crime. Bastion might have a broken blood vessel or a hemorrhage, but, you know, that's up to him. Really.
Bastion's lawful good.
Yes.
He will not...
It's fine. You'll be right.
He's not bothered about if they're attacked on the road by, like, bandits and thugs. He'll probably defend himself. So... yeah.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be impressed by... Come on. Sorry. Yeah, he wouldn't be impressed if we killed someone, if we like captured them, or if we outnumbered them. I mean, he's like probably helped kill a rogue vampire before. I think that's one of his stories. I mean, he certainly has. Okay.
It's almost like that's
Certainly
your
has.
fault for laying down.
Yeah, I am now a pillar.
All right. So
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
so-
it.
It's definitely. Well, it's a vampire, so it's not really killing, is it? If it's undead, but
Or re-killing than killing.
yeah,
yeah, undead, so I don't think it counts. But probably, if you killed one of the undead in his city, it would be probably charged with destruction of property, since most of them guard the city. But yeah.
yeah,
Huh.
probably.
What
Think-
was this city called again? With all the undead again?
Well, the cities that you're from is called Atur. The nation is called Karnath, and I think everyone except possibly Oran would know that Karnath used undead soldiers in the last war.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to feed undead soldiers, so the lines of provision became a lot shorter.
And the more the kill, the bigger
Also
the army.
helps if you can turn
Mhm.
your enemies into
Exactly.
soldiers.
So yeah. So
So
you
we'll
can
complete a short rest.
you completely
Pile the
short
bodies.
rest. Pile bodies.
And then moving off to find somewhere slightly more secluded
Okay.
to rest
yeah.
out the sun.
Yep. Bastion, I rolled 1 hit die for you, and I rolled a 1. So you got 1 whole hit point back.
Oh no.
Plus the constitution, right?
I don't know how hit dice work.
I think it's plus con.
I think it is.
But...
Plus
is
no
plus
Song of
one.
Rest.
Yeah, and you also get roll 1 d6 on top of that. Because Song of Rest.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. 2. I'm at around 40. D12 hit die.
Okay. You continue.
Plus 1 plus 3.
Oh, it's
6.
Nice. Okay. So you continue a little bit ways away. Could everyone please give me a perception check?
I am good at deception.
Can I just say, if Romulus looks like he's struggling with his shield-based umbrella, Remus will be walking next to him, with basically holding it up for him.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
you.
that.
Okay.
I forgot to
I mean,
tell.
he's got a floppy crocheted sun hat as well, so it's a bit like...
I'm gonna do this. Yeah, you continue a little bit. It's a little bit cumbersome with the umbrellas, but they work. Where you're at right now is not that sunny either. You're under giant canopies of ancient trees. But from time to time, when the rays come peeking in through, it does help. Both Oren and Romulus, you feel like when you pass that, it's like a flash from a, well, not that the camera has been invented yet, but you know, flash of something.
As we're walking, after a while of carrying the umbrella at various different points, so you two better not get used to this, because we're not making a palanquin just to deal with the sun for you two.
I'll
I
figure
hope
something
so.
out.
Although, given the creatures that come out of your bag, it might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And now I've got a mental image of a baboon with a palanquin on the back, with like a fairy inside.
I've actually played a MMO like that. Called Atlantica. Based on alternate Earth. You continue a couple more hours before you... Do you stop and wait for nightfall, or do you...
I think we're basically moving to the point where we're in somewhere that is sheltered enough that we don't require the sun protectors.
Okay.
But it's not next to all of the bodies, just so that we can wait out until
Okay.
sunset,
Until dusk.
dusk, twilight,
Yeah.
and then that's when we make a more concerted move.
Okay. As you're moving along...
Away,
Yep.
we're far enough away from the bodies that if a wyvern, certain wyvern decided to go there because of all the blood and shit, we wouldn't have to deal with it.
Well, you say that.
Did you distract Remus by giving him some combat and then making him move away from the wyvern? Damn it.
Bastion, are you riding the tiger still?
Sebastian's kind of gonna lead them slightly.
Are you riding the
since
tiger?
Remus
Are you on top of the tiger?
Or-
is distracted.
Okay.
Totally pointing where they should go. But yeah, it is.
As you're moving along,
little-
yep, sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
Oren, you hear
Yep.
a screeching overhead.
Oh,
of-
that's not good.
Little bit faint, but up ahead. Remus,
That's
you hear
not
it.
good.
As soon as Oren starts speaking, you hear it as well.
That's
Oh,
really not good.
yay, combat.
No.
And you hear, both of you hear quick wings overhead, heading not exactly to where you came from, but circling. And then all of you, well, not Bastion, because Tiger, you hear a boom as something big lands. Oren, you would have heard first a thunk and then boom, as if something dropped first.
Ah, shit. Let's just keep moving. I don't like the sound of that.
Does Remus know enough to recognize some of the stuff from his Disney princess moment from a few days ago?
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
I mean, you could roll history as well if you want, but
I don't know. Why would I want to write a history when there's a minus
Hey.
one and I can roll survival and it's a +3?
From your so-called Disney princess moment a few days ago, you gathered that the sound might have been, like the landing sound might have been something of the size you saw. The screeching is familiar to you. You have never actually fought one yourself, but you've heard wyverns before.
Oh no.
Bastion starts cracking. No, not Bastion. Sorry, I'm definitely playing the wrong character there. Remus starts cracking his neck again, and then he calls out to Bastion and said, "Told you we needed to deal with that wyvern."
What do you mean?
The noise that's just landed behind us and the screeching. Almost certainly the wyvern we saw a few days ago.
I'm fairly certain we don't have to deal with it. We can just keep walking.
Yeah,
If
let
it's
him,
hunting-
let him feast on the orc bodies.
If it's eating here, it hunts here. Which means that at some point in time, it could endanger the train, regardless of whether or not it's underground or overground. Therefore, the wyvern has to be dealt with.
We're in a forest.
You remember the shit
There's
Derek gave us
hundreds of fucking things that hunt here.
Yeah, but you remember the shit Derek gave us for for moving on from Slug Keep without dealing with the local fauna and weird shit.
He also said to me, if we don't have to fight the wyvern, don't.
But if it's going to interfere with the rail, it's going to cause problems at some point. Do you want it to
Very
be
fair
dealt
point.
with by us, the people that are trained to deal this shit? Or would you
Well-
rather it be dealt with by the diggers and the people making the rail in a few weeks'
Well,
time?
fine. I think this is a good opportunity for your brother and his bloodthirsty sword. Why don't we let him deal with the wyvern and we'll sit back and watch?
Yeah.
If Romulus is going in, I'm going in. You two can sit back and relax if you want.
But
I
surely-
made an agreement that I'd look after you guys, so if you guys are gonna fight a wyvern, I'm gonna have to fight a fucking wyvern. Okay.
The sound of it was not coming from behind you. It was like circling and then landing.
Okay.
Uh,
Why did it land?
let's see. You got a Oren. It landed. Well, a little bit ways behind, but not up where by the orcs were. So you would have to turn around and then go southwest. Maybe a few minutes. 5 at most.
It's over there. Not far.
Rebus turns and immediately starts walking in the direction that Oren points.
Alright.
Alright.
Lead the way, brother.
En route, I will mentally connect with Romulus. And I will ask the question of him. So it wants you to fight. But would it be more? She was happy when you were fighting.
Yes.
Was she happy when I was when I was killing stuff with it? I don't necessarily want to put you in harm's way.
She.
Didn't it make snide comments about how Bastion was like better than you and killing stuff and you couldn't, and it was getting annoyed? I think that's
she. I don't know how. What did she say? She found it. She said that you were fun, but I was more fun. I don't really see it that way, to be fair, but
yeah, they were fun, but it would be more fun if you killed.
Thing is, if you were to go in and fight that wyvern, I wouldn't want you to go do it alone. I know you would do the same for me. So if we're going to be facing this wyvern, we're going to be facing it together. Just make sure you're a ways away so that I don't accidentally slash you if I were to. Yeah. You know.
Fair.
I do this in real life, but outside of like mental communication, so everyone's just seeing Romulus do that with no context.
All right. You walk for maybe 5 minutes. The branches of the large trees dip down a bit and then seem to split. It's getting darker at this point. I do believe I said it was early afternoon when you encountered the bandits. You've taken rest couple of hours. But it still hits you when you reach... Are you trying to hide, by the way?
Oren doesn't.
So.
It's not a thing Oren does.
Yeah, have you met Bastion? There's a chain shirt as his armor.
I think it might be
He's
worth
literally
trying
just
to be as stealthy as we can to begin with, so we can like scope out the situation. I know you two have had a bad history of this.
I'm walking, swinging my warhammer from one side to the other. It's literally like I'm just about to play cricket with a wyvern's head. Dum 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 dum.
All right then.
Only Romulus wishes to be stealthy.
I've done it. Heads up, I could not remember what I chose with my ASI, whether I chose a feat or a level up, so I did choose a feat when I changed things.
Yeah, I
So
think
was
you
changing
you
from-
picked skilled.
Oh, I picked skilled. That's what I've done wrong. I just picked magic initiate instead.
Okay,
can change
yeah,
that.
no. You picked skilled so you can have all the tools.
Right. That's what I did wrong. I can fix that now. That's
Okay.
why I've got extra spells.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Well, those who wish to be hidden or stealthy can roll a stealth check. For those who don't, you are basically helping the ones trying to hide.
So it's just Romulus doing the stealth check. Do it.
I feel bad. I'm the only one. Do it. Okay, stealth.
I
So
mean,
you
I
would
can roll
have-
one for funsies, but I have a -1.
You would basically have advantage because Remus is not even trying and he's drawing the attention.
I see. Okay, so stealth. Didn't do very well.
I need to do this. Gonna pop that one out so I don't have to keep opening it. Romulus, despite your best efforts and no one else really caring about it, as soon as you get closer, you hear a hissing sound, and through the branches you can see this large lizard-like creature standing on top of a rock, wings out and around as if shielding something. It's looking straight at the group of you. And I'm gonna move you.
Great, now we're killing adorable parents. If it has a child, I'm leaving.
I need to put the tiger on there, just one, because you still have the tiger.
Yes.
There you go. Tiger.
What's it shielding? I don't know.
It looks like a dead boar. It's
okay,
like
okay.
my food. No touching.
This fight's gonna be dead boring.
Go away.
Play nicely, children.
I've not punned yet today. It's fine.
So I
I'm a-
need to roll initiative, yes?
Yes, and we're all rolling initiative as the wyvern is turned towards you, looking straight at
Where
you,
is my
and it's just
initiative?
like, you do not dare touch my food.
Where is my initiative?
So click on your token and then roll initiative.
Ah, my token.
Yes. Nice.
Romulus-
If you haven't done roll it again.
Where do I
Romulus
roll
wasting
initiative?
wasting a nat 20, I see.
On the
So,
it's at the top near armor class and speed. In between armor class and speed at the top.
Yep.
Underneath the advantage, normal, and disadvantage.
There we go.
I don't care.
Kind of
gonna-
regretting killing the bear and the baboon at this point, but hey, who cares?
Yeah.
You definitely.
Never mind, we still got a
Bastion
tiger.
roll. The Bastion does not get.
Oh, wow.
that could have ended better. And fuck's sake. Okay. Like I said, that could have ended better. You can place yourselves where you would be at this point, because I just placed you all on the map to check that everyone actually got the visuals and all that.
Mild question.
Yes.
What size is the wyvern? Is it huge?
No, it's large.
Okay. So technically it's a D&D mechanics thing. So technically the wyvern and the tiger are the same size.
Yes. It has to do with
So-
area you can control more than actual
okay.
size.
Fine. Because I was about to say, it's a little baby dragon.
Yes.
Baby.
But no, it has to do it has more to do with the area you control on the field more than your actual size. So, like I'd say with the wingspan and the actual tail of the wyvern, it's probably the same size. Like, the actual body of the wyvern is the same size as, like, Oren. But it has the wings and the tail. So it would control the same space as the tiger.
Oh, okay. Now I'm debating trying to see whether or not we can capture it and use it as a pet.
Okay, so in this clearing, Oren and Romulus, you're gonna have a hard time because sunlight is coming down into the clearing.
Oh, great.
Why do they not like sunlight?
Well, Oren is a drow, and Romulus,
Orange a drow. I thought
Yeah.
he was just a regular elf.
he's an albino elf. Well, albino drow. And Romulus Lunette got pissed off as Romulus and went, meh. And can't fix
yeah,
it.
now-
So, so you're standing in this clearing and you see the wyvern on top of a pile of rocks. The pile is about, say, 8 feet up. On top of it lies the remains of a dead boar, and it's standing with one talon on top of the boar and the other one bracing, and it's just the wings are coming around to shield the area. And the ground here is uneven. Not too bad. It's not like you will sink or anything like that, but it's uneven. You see it broken up and tufts of grass and roots sticking out and fallen trees all around the area. So, Romulus, you're out first.
Okay, so what I am thinking I will do then is I will... could... If I step back and try and get into some shade, would that be an opportunity attack or?
No. It's you're not in
Okay.
with melee with it yet.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna move myself back. Is this? Would you say this is a bit more of a shady spot or?
Yeah, you're not in direct sunlight anymore.
Okay, good. Okay, now with that out of the way, I am going to agonizing blast it.
Go for it.
Would hate hit.
Unfortunately not. You blast
Oh, no.
forward and it turns its head to look at you and then just swings out of the way.
It has observation hacky. God damn it!
Huh? Is that
it's
an
a-
anime reference?
It's a One Piece reference.
That's
In hand.
I've not watched a lot of anime at all.
I have watched a lot of anime, but not One Piece. I have
It's
an
a very
embarrassing
obscure
library of
reference.
anime.
I'm just sitting against this tree, and I'll give Romulus's attempt to attack it a slow, drawn-out clap.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. And that's about me done.
Okay. Remus, you're up.
I am going to rage, run forward, and smack it with a warhammer. I am not being subtle.
Okay, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Why on earth is my sheet just done that? Wisdom saving throw. Sorry. 2 seconds.
Yes.
My last rage of the day. Wisdom saving throw. I got advantage.
Oh, good girl.
Yeah.
20.
Okay. As you go into the rage, something white hot just blazes through your mind. Romulus, you feel it as well, but it's like a soft echo through the connection you share. And for just like a fraction of a second, Remus, you feel just heat all around, and then it fades away.
So yes, so whilst that happening, it's like as he's running forward, he kind of stumbles slightly, but then kind of corrects himself, moves forward,
Yep.
and attempts to smack it with the warhammer.
Go for it.
Oh, you know what? Sod it. I'm gonna recklessly attack it.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
Which is 16 total damage. What's the 6 roll?
I have no idea. Oh, two-handed. So if you
Yes.
if you use one-handed, it's the 8. If you're let me see. Why does it say magic? Oh yeah, so the 8 is if you use one-handed, because it's 1d8 plus your attack, and the 6 for some reason is the 1d6. So the 1d8, you rolled a 4 on the d8. No, you rolled a 3 on the d8, and you rolled
okay,
a
cool.
6
So
on the d10.
So it's a 6 plus 4 plus 1 then, instead, because it's two-handed that I'm using this rather than one-handed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so 6, 10, 11, 13 total damage then with the 2 rage.
Nice. You swing up and you said you were going for its head earlier. So
Well, if he's a few foot up off the ground,
Yeah.
because he's on this rock, it's gonna be more of I'm going to attempt to break its toes kind of thing.
okay.
It's like it's
Yeah,
I'm
you
not gonna-
swing down and you hear a crunching as you collide with the talon. What did we say? So 6, 10,
13.
13. Thank you. Math. I was almost good at that in school.
Oh no.
All right. That was your movement.
As a
Your
bonus action. As a bonus action, I would like to wave up at the wyvern.
Hi.
That's a free action,
I'm
but
down
you
here.
yeah. You used your bonus action to rage, but yeah, waving is a free action.
Yes, I'm waving as if to go, hi, I'm down here, please hit me instead of everybody else.
Okay. Oren. Oh yeah, my bad.
First thing first, Aaron is going to greatly encourage his tiger to get into base contact with the wee beastie over there.
Okay.
Just so as if it does decide to not attack Bastion, it will attack the tiger, hopefully. The tiger will then let me just look at what tigers do real quick.
You should have access to its stat block.
Yep, I was just saying if tigers had multi-attack or not, and they don't. So he will have the tiger bite the wyvern.
Okay. That will hit.
Let me get back to chat so I can see that. Doing 10 piercing damage. It has a little chomp.
Nice.
At which point Oren will have a look at what he can do. As far as spells is concerned, because he's just used all his level 2 spell slots. Level 1 spell slots, my bad. I mean, he could cast sleep at a higher level, but I don't think he will. What he's just going to do is he is going to viciously mock
You
The
got yourself a
wyvern.
dragon.
Okay.
Thinks that wyverns and dragons are pretty much the same thing. So he's going to play on the vanity of dragons and just go, your scales are looking a little patchy there.
It's a 16, unfortunately.
Fortunate. With his bonus action, though, he will bardically inspire. Who's next in the line? I guess it's Bastion that's next. So he'll bardically inspire.
I mean, you could, but you can see that he's clearly not going to get involved in this fight. He is sitting on a log right now.
So he'll bardically inspire Romulus.
Right, thank you.
Okay.
He probably needs it. He missed.
Yeah, and his bardic inspiration is basically just, pluck up.
Thank you.
Got
Thank
it?
you.
So yeah, Oren, you see the wyvern turns its head towards you. And the elevator's trying, but the light is not coming on upstairs. It seems like this beast is too dumb to understand what you're saying.
Oh, he's dumb as a box of rocks, mate.
That said, what does that do? Ooh, that could get interesting in a hurry. Okay, so seeing that, can I actually do that? I need to check something real quick. Nope, that's not how you do that. That's how you do that. I need to do a cone.
Uh-oh. Excuse me.
Nope, we're not doing that. We are going to. He's going to reach on over to, or look on over to the tiger, because that was the thing that hurt it last. Yeah, you are. Sorry.
Never mind.
Bastion,
I need my free action of just
drink
clapping.
coffee.
Yeah, drink coffee. That's literally what he's gonna do. He's gonna open up his flask of endless coffee, take a gulp out of it, and then just kind of clap Romulus on the lower thigh with his hand. There you go. Well, get in there, tiger.
Wow.
Your sword's not gonna be impressed if you skip out on another fight.
Well, I mean, you're in range, so.
That's not a fight you'll win, though. Is it?
We shall.
Is it? You've seen Bastion punch things 50 feet.
You should have seen me earlier.
And hello, raiders. We're currently in at the start of a fight, but welcome on in. I hope you enjoy being here as Wyvern. What? Is that your turn, Bastion? Enjoying coffee?
I'll throw a rock at the wyvern. Why not?
Wow.
Okay. Please roll an attack with improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon is just an arm strike, right?
Basically.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, you're
I
tavern
did
brawler.
Tavern brawler,
so yeah.
I have my proficiency, so it's just a strength with my proficiency, which is an arm strike.
Yeah.
So I'll go for that.
Roll. It's kind of hard from your reclining position to see the wyvern over the tiger just schmip, and the stone just goes ping, ding, 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 ding in front of the wyvern on top of this mound of rocks.
Really?
Yeah, it's just sat there, lazily throwing rocks. I'm helping. Somebody find
You're
me
not.
a better rock. He starts looking for better rocks. He picks up a pine cone and just wait.
Set it on fire! Set it on fire, mate. Set it on fire.
Does that do something?
Yeah, it makes it burn when it hits.
That's a freaking wyvern, aren't they fireproof?
I don't know.
Depending on the pine cone, it can allow it to germinate and seed. Fun fact
Just
for
a
you.
big lizard to me.
All right then. Wyvern. Tiger heard it last, so it's going to try and bite Tiger first for a 21.
I think that hits the tiger. I have to check.
Holy fuck. Okay. 26 points of damage to the tiger as it just clack onto the side of the tiger's neck. And I need a strength
I
check.
don't know how to reduce hit points.
I'll fix that for you. It's not a problem. If you click on the green circle and then just type minus the number, it'll do it for you. But no, it's currently restrained as the wyvern chomps on down onto the shoulder of the tiger, and it's gonna whip around, and in its movement, it's gonna aim a tail attack at Remus.
Okay, it has advantage because I recklessly attacked.
Yep. Gonna tail sweep. You need a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Oh. Well. Okay. 23.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say that you managed to brace up with the hammer, and doesn't say you take any damage if you succeed. But I'm gonna say you like, meh. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna say you don't. You just brace up, and the tail comes in and just stops. As it's currently hanging on to the tiger.
Rude.
I start laughing.
Okay, we're back at the top of the round again, Romulus.
Alright, I'm gonna try another agonizing blast.
Okay.
Alright. Are you...
It's like, nah, wyvern in sunlight. Nope.
Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. I can't really do anything else.
This time
Yeah,
the wyvern doesn't even move. You look up and suddenly there's just bright light and the shot goes wide.
Yeah.
No!
Nope.
We lost Jason for a moment there.
Next.
Do you want to move
I say.
anywhere or...
Perhaps I can move. I'll move back, because then I'll get a bit different. Maybe a different perspective will provide different result.
Alright. Remus, you're up. You just saw
Mechanically
another
speaking-
blast just past.
Yeah. Mechanically speaking, if I move to here, do I get flanking as a result of the tiger being in its mouth?
Yes.
Okay. I'm debating trying to do something really stupid,
Okay.
which is off the back of the tail nearly hitting me. I would
Ah.
really like to try and grab the tail
Okay. Wait.
and maybe use my hero point to effectively do like a hammer from the Olympics and smack it like to a full-on twisty and smack it into the side of the rock it's currently sitting on.
I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to.
You know the hammer where they kind of put the ball that's on the string and they kind of
Yeah.
Hammer
and,
throw,
then, and they throw it. I
Hammer
don't
throw.
quite think I can throw a wyvern, but I'm hoping I can have enough momentum with its tail to kind of pull it off the rock that it's on, swing it all the way around, and smack it into the rock space.
So, grabbing the tail, doing a 360 spin, and smashing it into the side of that rock.
Keep in mind, it's currently holding on to the tiger.
Yes.
Like it's
That
grappling
poor
the
tiger.
tiger. But
Yes.
sure, go for
That
it.
just- that just-
Please give
This
me
requires additional strength.
yes. Please give me a strength
yeah.
check.
You're throwing two large creatures around.
25.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, you get a really good grip on that wyvern's tail as it comes flying past you. Yes. It does cost you a hero point though.
I thought it might do.
Yeah, so you get as the tail comes swiping at you, you manage to block it and then get a really good grip on it, and you just lift up. You hear a bit of a from the tiger, and then slamming it back down into the rocks. And roll me a d6 plus your strength.
A what? Sorry.
A d6 plus your strength.
That's a 4 plus my strength. My strength is a +4.
Okay,
So 1 plus
so 5.
5.
As you lift up and bring it down, considering it's 8 feet up on the rocks, you still manage to get a really good swing, and you slam its like belly and what's this pit called? Like torso into the rocks with the with the leverage you got with the tail. You almost managed to get it off its talons before slamming it down, but the tiger was just keeping it. The grip it had on the tiger prevented it from actually taking off. But it does take 5 bludgeoning damage from that, and you're currently grappling it.
Okay, cool. Well, that would probably be my action. I don't have a bonus action that I can use, so
Yep.
we're good.
Yeah, Oren.
Question: is the tiger still incapacitated?
It's grappled. It's not incapacitated. So it
So
can
still...
it can attack. But it can attack and do all of that, but it can't move.
Okay, so it is once again going to try and bite the wyvern.
Okay. Let me check. The target is
I think that's-
restrained, so that's a. It still hits.
14.
So it's a 14, but it still hits. It's a little bit awkward
Not
because.
doing-
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. So yeah, the tiger, the wyvern has it on it like it's on its shoulders. It just has to whip around. It's a little bit awkward, but it does get a pretty good bite in.
Excellent. Now let me have a look. See, I could go up there and attack, but that's not how Oren works.
It's also
So
pretty
he's
hard
going-
for you because it's in bright, like,
Yes.
afternoon
So-
sunlight. So
Yes, he will once again viciously mock it. And he's just sort of looking around and he's just, I'm having a hard time telling which one of you is the wyvern and which one of you is the pig.
that's a good one. Unfortunately, it tries. It's very busy, numbing tiger right now.
Tiger.
It's not paying attention to you
Numbing
at all.
tiger and having a random Kalistar fill up its tail.
Yep.
And speaking of the random Calistar filling up its tail, I'll use my final bardic inspiration on them.
Okay. Don't forget that you do have regular inspiration and bardic inspiration. Okay. Do you want to move anywhere, Oren?
I'm fine where I am, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Bastion.
Another. What's it called?
Rock attack?
Yeah, but what's it called? Is it like. It's not an unarmed strike, is it?
It's improvised weapon.
Weapon.
Let me write that down. Improvised weapon. It's a 1d4, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, if you throw something that you're not proficient with, it's usually your 1d4 plus your strength. If I'm not completely mistaken.
Yeah. And I go, eventually, Romulus, one of us are gonna hit this thing.
I can't hear you. I'm over here. I'm too far away.
Yeah, okay, whatever. He picks up another rock and he just starts like tossing it. And he's gonna.
You're
fling it
very
our way.
quiet, Jason.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Is that better?
That's much better.
He's just tossing the rock in one hand and then he just flings it at the weapon.
Okay.
Ah.
So yeah, it's... Yeah, use your strength to fling it. So it's just a strength check, really. I think. Let me actually
Right,
double...
weapon. You can use strength or dex for it. It says so.
Yeah.
You can use strength or dex and your proficiency, obviously, because I'm proficient.
Yep.
So a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
And just to confuse Adana and annoy everyone, I'm going to turn it into a pushing attack. With a superiority die.
Okay, it's 1d4 damage, but with a superior die, it's a pushing attack.
Yeah, so it will have to do a... What is it? Let me look. If it is larger or smaller, it must make a strength saving throw.
Okay. So a strength saving throw of 5.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Superiority die, and I got a maximum of... So everyone just sees as this, like, almost head-sized rock smashes into the side of the wyvern's face, probably teeth flying out, and it just flies backwards 15 feet.
All
And
right.
The rock literally shatters and just explodes. It hits him with that much force. He goes, oh, look at that.
Remus.
I didn't even need a patron to do that. A little big at
The tiger
assuming you'd like to beg,
groans. Now, Remus, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh
I
no.
still have advantage on those because I'm raging, don't I?
Yes, you do.
A 13. Oh, hold on. I can add the bardic inspiration to that. So it's a d6, isn't it?
Yes, you can. Ha! Nice.
A 90.
As the wyvern is flung off the rock, you stumble for a moment, but manage to regain your footing as you are pulled slightly towards it. Instead of landing face first on the ground, you're just pulled along a bit. It's about 5 feet.
Am I still grappling it?
Yes, you are.
I will
Did
call out.
Tiger
Sebastian
also
and say,
get dragged?
No, he gets like the bite pulls loose, and the tiger is now bleeding profusely.
Ah, you'll be right.
I will call out to Bastion and say, "Oi, I was holding that."
Anything else you want to do in your turn,
I-
Bastion?
Yeah, I just look. Romulus and give him a sickly smile just to piss him off. He's probably just did more damage than he could with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So,
He's like, and that's how it's done.
Apparently so.
okay. Then it's the Wyvern's turn. It is.
That's just writing "Get
Yeah.
Revenge" on Bastion.
List
It's gonna use half its
Next time the-
movement. Yep.
number 1.
So next time Lynette wants blood, Bastion might be volunteered.
The Wyvern's gonna use half its movement to get up also on its feet, because it just landed in a crumpled heap.
So because it's grappled.
Mm-hmm.
technically
Oh
its
no, it
movement is
can't.
0.
It's movement 0. You're
So it's-
right. It's trying to right itself, but it's like wings and tail and stuff. It's still going to try it and free itself by biting you, Remus. And he's gone.
Okay,
There you are.
go, I'm here.
17. Because it's with disadvantage.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. Ooh. Hello. 23 piercing halved to 11.
Okay.
And I need a strength saving throw.
17.
Yeah, you're fine. It tries to like twist around and bite or clamp onto your leg, but you just manage to step out of it. It's not a problem. It's then going to try and hit you with the stinger at the end of its tail. You see it curve up and it's going to try and hit you. For 12.
That would miss.
Okay. You see the stinger trying to, like, on the end of the tail you're holding is trying to get around, but it just cannot quite get the angle right. And
So it's prone now, isn't it?
yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it has disadvantage. Range.
Yes.
Range has disadvantage.
It's also
against it.
it's also on the other side of a tiger and an 8-foot tall pile of rocks. So not only is it
I was thinking
prone,
more for the for the guy who's been Eldritch blasting it, because now he's gonna get disadvantage on the Eldritch blast.
they already had that, but it hasn't mattered.
That evil look.
But no, not only is it prone from your perspective, Bastion, it has 3/4 cover from your position.
Okay, I'm done.
But
I'm just doing
yeah,
all the work.
Romulus. Actually, where it is right now, it has landed under a tree, so it is in dim light. So you technically don't. It's prone. You still have disadvantage, but it's now in dim light.
Slashy. Advantage on slashy.
I don't want to go out into sunlight. I'm gonna do a third time lucky Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, it's still a disadvantage.
Oh, is that disadvantage for it?
It's prone,
Yes.
so ranged attacks have disadvantage.
I
but-
see.
But melee attack has advantage if only you run out into the light and stabby. This part's in shade.
That's
Depends
correct.
on the
Yeah, I'll do that then. So I'll run up here,
Okay.
and then I will.
Yep. Attacks
I will
have
hit-
advantage because it's prone.
Nice. So
This is when
Yep.
it crits.
20.
20 does hit.
And then
4, 11. And me. There we go. And as sword swings down and cuts through it, the wyvern screeches. And I need you to make me another wisdom save.
oh boy. Oh thank God.
Yeah, you're fine. You feel more than hear Lunette just going, yes, fun. This is even more fun than your brother. But you managed
You've
to
been
like,
one up,
no.
You've been one up by a wyvern. How do you feel?
I'll deal with Lynette later.
All right. That was your movement and your action. You have a bonus action if you have one. I'm not sure if you have hex or.
I don't really have anything for it.
Okay.
Nah, so
All right.
next.
Remus, you are currently both arms grappling this thing.
Yes, so I'm going to stop grappling it, which is probably a bad idea, but it's prone.
Yeah,
so
it's
I'm
prone.
on both hands on my warhammer, and I'm going to recklessly attack it anyway.
Okay.
So I will roll 3d20.
3d20,
to
take
hit.
the highest.
One more.
Yeah, 22 still hits.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's terrible. So it's 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 1 is 7, 8, 9 in total. So it was because it's a two-handed roll with the warhammer.
Yep.
So.
The creature screeches at you as you let go and smack it down with the warhammer.
Again.
I wish. That's one more level and then I get extra attack. It's not fair. No, I'm going to scream in its face.
All right, please make me a wisdom save.
Sorry. Okay. 13.
Once again, you feel that as you bring the warhammer down and it screeches at you, you once again feel that white hot light in your brain. And Romulus, again, it echoes in your mind at a distance. And this time, Remus, your vision clears, but the heat is still there. You manage to just contain it, but it's still there.
You okay, brother?
I feel fine.
All right. Want to move anywhere?
Oh no, I'm standing right here.
Okay, Oren.
Oren will send his kitty over here to do
Okay.
another bite attack.
Yep. It's with advantage because the wyvern is prone.
Okay. I'm not sure how to attack with advantage. I think I just do.
Yes.
Like it.
Yeah, that's an
Oh.
18. 18 does hit.
An 18 for 12 piercing.
Nice.
Now I think Oren is still. He'll move around here so he has a better view, but he's not going to get any closer because that would be stupid. And he's just going to look at this thing and go, boys. Yeah, boys, I never knew that a prone wyvern was indistinguishable from a large pile of shit.
All right.
He basically mocks.
Nope. You can see it thrashing around on the ground. And for a brief moment it locks eyes with you, Oren, and you see that whatever small kernel of intelligence there might have been, it's completely gone in absolute rage. It is
Okay,
pissed.
Oh no.
Not quite understanding the joke. Could I reply back to Oren's point
Yeah.
and say, well, it's so big compost soon?
Yeah, I hope so. Is anyone particularly injured right now?
The tiger,
No.
The wyvern.
the wyvern.
I'm not going to heal the wyvern, and we get the tiger back or something approximating it tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry about him. No, what he's going to do is, they're all within... Am I within 30 feet of everybody?
You're... yeah.
Because... Okay. Yeah, if they're within 30 feet of me, he will cast aid on
Okay.
everybody.
Nice.
So you now have
What?
aid. Up to 3 creatures within range, which is 3. Now have a hit point maximum and current hit point increase of 5.
Nice.
Not healing exactly, you've just got a bigger pool of health.
Nice.
Duration is 8 hours, so.
Very nice.
Which I should just be casting at the beginning of each day, honestly.
Yeah. Up to you, really. Bards, man. I love bards. Anything else you want to do?
No, he's fine chilling right now.
Okay. Bastion.
I'll move over here and sit on this rock.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up a rock and hold an action for when it stands up. I'm just tossing this
Stands
rock
up.
in my hand.
All right then. Well, Remus, you're no longer grappling this thing, so it is in fact going to stand up.
My dad. Okay. Where is my sheet?
You.
Bum diddy 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 bum bum. Ah, never mind.
No. It looks around, angry, and sees the rock coming and just goes poof with a wing.
Oh, if only you can hit it, Bastion. What the hell are you doing?
Maybe a bigger rock, mate.
All right.
I'm doing an impression of you, Romulus. Hark! I love my sword. Rub, rub, rub.
I think that's best left for private time, mate.
That's a shitty impression of Romulus.
I don't actually want to know much about your sword.
I could be an actor. That was brilliant.
Remus!
Yeah.
The wyvern, not understanding the intricacies of the current social situation, is going to bend down and try to bite you, Remus.
I know that feeling.
That is a 23.
That would hit.
Laughing character.
You take 14 down to 7 piercing damage, and I need a strength saving throw from you.
24.
Yeah, no problem. Once again, it tries to bite onto you, this time the shoulder. You just shrug it off as if it's not even trying. And considering that it has done a lot more biting damage than that before, yeah.
Weaker.
Yes, it is then going to... Okay. It is going to swing its tail around. How many can I get in? Give me the measure thing. Thank you.
I mean,
At both of you. Yes.
Oh boy.
It is going to make a tail sweep towards both Romulus and Remus. I need both of you to make me a strength save.
Oh, I just made
Remus,
it.
you're fine. Romulus, on the other hand, not so much, as you will take 17 bludgeoning damage, and you're pushed 10
Okay.
feet away. You land on
Bloody-
top, on your
bloody
back,
rocks.
on top of the pile of rocks. Basically, it sweeps the tail around and managed to send Romulus flying. Remus, you just block it again with an arm, like, the fuck are you trying to accomplish here?
Stop fighting the barbarian. I'm not a chew toy.
And it is actually going to
And I
move.
say loudly, somebody didn't play with a skipping rope when they were a child. You're supposed to jump over it.
Yeah, it's not smart enough. It's going to actually, because you're now on top of its food, going to try and fly over here. Remus, you get an attack of opportunity. That's a 21. Yes, that hits.
Did he get attack of opportunity as well, or?
No, it doesn't leave the tiger's melee
Excellent.
range.
So it's still two-handed, so it's 8 plus 4, so that's 12 plus 2 for the rage, so 14.
Okay.
Oh, plus 1, 15. Sorry, I forgot his magic.
Yep. You hear crunching of bone as the hammer makes contact at the base of the tail, and it screeches. I'm not gonna make the screeching because I actually want to keep my voice, whatever's left of it. But it does a screech in pain as it lands right next to Romulus, on top of the thing, and you see it just pulling the dead boar away from you, like mine. Romulus, your turn. You're currently
Okay.
prone on top of the pile of rocks.
Well, I will pick myself up and will go in for another slash with my sword.
Okay. That will hit. Ooh. So that.
Damn.
Once again, you cut through this thing and you see the blood running down the blade, and I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Advantage, wisdom save.
Yeah. Once again, you hear Lunette just going, yes! I like this wyvern! But it's like, like you're dismissing a child who wants candy. Just go away.
And yeah, that's Can I? If I try and get away from the wyvern, I'll probably get attacked by opportunity. I'd imagine.
Yeah,
won't
yeah, you will.
I? All right. Okay. Best if I stay where I am then and hope. Don't know where I'm going from there, but hope in general.
Okay. Remus.
I am going to run up, climb up onto these rocks. So I'm stood next to Romulus, and I'm going to attack recklessly again.
Yeah, that hits.
I want to crit a 23. Okay, cool. Two-handed again. Oh my god. So that's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the warhammer. Two-handed.
Okay. Nope, that's the tiger. Give me. There you go. Once again, you hear more crunching of bone, and this time it seems to almost lose its balance, spreading its wings out to keep standing, but you can see it's clearly listing, and it is very much on its last legs at this point.
You mean all two of them?
Well, I'd say 1.5.
Okay.
One leg
Yeah.
one leg looks like it's not carrying the weight at all.
Oh dear.
Oren.
Oren will get his tiger to bite again.
Okay.
Alright.
Is it 12 hit?
12 just hits. The wyvern tries to kick out.
Doing a 10 of piercing damage.
Alright, how do you want to do it?
I think the tiger sort of pounces up on to the wyvern's back and wraps its jaws around the base of the creature's neck and just rips out part of the spinal column.
Okay then. Yeah. You hear and then crunching as the tiger lands on top of it.
Excellent.
Well, there you go, Oren. You can now make a nice pair of boots and a belt.
And I think I will attempt to harvest some of this creature, actually.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Give me a nature check.
A nature check?
Nature or survival. Nature or
Do you
survival.
have tools?
I will go survival since I've got a +3 in that.
Okay. Do you have any leatherworking tools or similar?
I've got daggers.
Okay. Yeah, then
Where
it's
are my-
just a survival or nature. Otherwise, you would add your proficiency with the tools, but you don't have the tools.
Survivory. That is a 7.
You do have inspiration. If you want to
I'll
use it.
use the inspiration for this. That's a 9. Not much
Yeah.
better, but still better.
Well, considering that a tiger just landed on it and has been cut up and crushed, it is very difficult to get anything. And after trying for a while, you realize that you're not equipped to deal with broken wyvern bits. With a 9, you do remember that wyvern poison is used for something, but you have no idea how to get it.
Yeah, he shrugs, calls it a lost cause, leaves it alone.
Okay.
Remus doesn't. Remus takes out his great axe and attempts to remove the stinger from the wyvern.
Okay, absolutely. Just give me a strength check to see how long it takes you to get through the tail bones.
It will be right at the tail end of my lovely
Yep.
rage. So 11.
2 good thwacks, and you get the stinger loose. In fact, give me another wisdom save.
13.
Once again, that heat builds, and as you start to calm down from the rage, suddenly that heat becomes almost overwhelming. And let's see. Gimme.
Man after midnight?
I mean, where the
Give me a man to midnight.
with the way you're standing, you can just manage to turn your head to not hit Romulus, but suddenly from you emanates this wave of purplish pink flames that just ignites the wyvern and fades as if nothing has been there.
What was that?
The wyvern is completely untouched by flames.
Okay, seems like you've got something going on with you too, brother.
I don't know what you mean. It's just chronic indigestion.
It's IBS.
What happens when all you do is drink Bastion's coffee all day?
I've probably got something for that. Maybe a nice glass of milk.
My coffee is nothing but perfection.
Well, if it's making him cough up purple flames, then I think maybe you might want to think about slightly reducing the amount of coffee in your coffee.
That is the most redundant suggestion I've ever been informed.
Are
Erica,
you
no.
feeling okay, brother? Any idea what that could have been?
The heat is now gone, and you're calming down from the rage. It's just
I mean, it's relatively new since we've been on this journey, but it's kind of just tied into the anger.
Interesting.
What I tap into when I fight. Why I throw myself into combat so recklessly.
Ah,
What type
I've
of
never read it.
barbarian is he again? Oh, is this a part of his story because this is his type of barbarian?
So he is a totem barbarian.
Oh.
So it's part of his backstory, but even I don't know what it's about. That's the honest answer to that question. In an entirely mechanical way.
ah.
So his axe burst into purple flame, was it?
No, like it's expelled from him, almost like, for want of a better way, it's almost like a Dragonborn's flame attack, breath weapon.
Hmm.
But this is so that's the mechanics of it. But he'll literally be saying that's the first time that's ever happened to me, and I feel
Best
fine.
recall anything about purple breath weapons coming from people, or Calistar, or anything like that.
give me a history check. You know Kalashtar don't breathe fire. That's straight up from what you remembered from previous checks. Kalashtar do not breathe fire. They have the mind talky thing, but they don't breathe fire.
I'm gonna use my tactical assessment as well.
Okay.
So history. An 18.
I mean, you've met some people that can breathe fire. Some of them used alcohol and a torch
Oh.
to spit fire. Some of them were magicians that made it look like it was fire. Dragonborn, you've met red and bronze dragonborn breathe fire. None that you know of that breathe purple and pink flames that vanish. That's new.
Godzilla.
Damn.
But as far as you know, the only people you've met that can breathe fire are either circus performers or dragonborn.
I once got in a fist fight with a circus performer who set my trench coat on fire with his breathing antics, but I'm
Froze.
pretty sure alcohol. Nothing like that. It seemed more magical or dragonborn based. But I'm fairly sure you boys don't have any dragonborns in your heritage. I mean, you wouldn't even
How
know.
adventurous was your mother?
We've never met her.
Ah,
We've never met her before.
They're orphans. So their dad could literally be a dragonborn. We don't know. Might explain why Remus is so funky looking.
Be nice.
side eyes, Remus, for a minute. I don't see it, but okay.
I love that Bastian says that about Remus when Romulus is the one with different colored eyes.
Wait, what
Oh,
color
both-
is his eyes?
They've both got heterochromia.
Oh,
I know.
they both have heterochromia. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a weird one. We've both got heterochromia, so it's opposite eyes as well. So I
Yeah.
can't remember whether or not I said my left eye was blue, and therefore Romulus's right eye is blue, and then vice versa on the brown.
Yeah, something like that. No, I was thinking about it because the Romulus image is the only one I've seen it on, but
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I had a small question about Pierce and his.
Yes?
How long would his poison last if coating a weapon?
I think poison coatings last.
One attack.
Yeah, it will
But, like-
stay on whatever you're coating for
Until
1
you
hour,
protect.
and
Okay.
then you can attack once during that hour. After that, it will dry to the whatever you coated and just dry up and flake away.
Excellent. All I needed to know.
So you can coat 1 weapon or 3 projectiles.
Excellent. Good to know.
Yush, yush. All right. As you're checking out your spoils in this region, you do see, well, the dead Wyvern. Remus, you now have a Wyvern Stinger. It has currently enough poison in it for, actually, Let me do. How do you do this in this one? Is it 1d2? 1 charge. Because it tried to use it against you, and so just used 1.
Yep, it's fine.
So yeah, you have 1 charge of Wyvern Poison. Or 1 vial of Wyvern Poison. I need to look up what the hell does that. That does. For next time. But so you have a half-eaten dead boar. You have a very crushed wyvern. The sun is.
What half of the boar is eaten?
The top one. It's laying on its side, and the wyvern has been like digging out the side of it.
Could Oren take one of the hind legs of the boar?
Sure.
Excellent. That's a meal for everyone.
Yeah. Remus, from your experience of getting actually bitten by this thing, the bite isn't toxic in any way. Just hurts like a bitch.
Excellent.
So yeah, absolutely, you can
Natch.
grab a bit of
I'd also
boar.
like to point out, because I forgot to tell you guys, Oren's daggers are actually a pair of knitting needles. It's been sharpened into points. So he's there
That's
with
brilliant.
2 knitting needles just aggressively stabbing at this boar's haunch to remove it from the body.
Rebus will hold out one of his hand axes and basically say, this might be better than
Oh, yeah, thanks.
those things.
You don't mind?
No, feel free to hack the haunch.
Ah, thanks.
I'm gonna remove that, because that one's dead. And
And then he's basically going to go and plonk himself down and sit on the rocks. And like almost like look at his hands to try and understand where this weird purple flame thing has come from.
I sit down next to him.
Once he's done with the haunch, Oren's going to go by and prestidigitate everyone, including himself, clean.
okay.
Except Bastion.
No, especially Bastion.
What? I don't even know.
You've been sitting on a dirty, dirty rock. Don't you understand?
Dirty rock.
That filthy rock.
I'm not going down that train of thought. The sun is slowly setting beyond the canopy. It's not quite evening yet, but these tall trees quickly make the whole area dim and a bit darker.
Oof.
So what do you want to do here? Do you want to continue traveling for a bit more? Or
Well, it's
Bastion?
darker now, so what we say?
Bastion, you started saying something?
I just thought it might be. This is not an awful campsite, but there's a lot of blood and shit here, so it really depends on what people.
There's a lot of blood and shit here. There's a dead wyvern, but
Predators might come. More predators might come. So
Yeah, it's bound to attract things.
so maybe move a little on and then rest like we were gonna before.
I think that sounds like a good idea to me.
And hey, we have roast pork for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So you keep walking for a couple let's say a couple more hours until it's completely dark. And could everyone please give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Oh no,
7.
persuasion. Hang on. Ah, typical.
You, Romulus, in the back of your mind, you just hear happy humming. Just, that was fun. Let's do that again soon. I like that.
This is disconcerting.
Bastion?
It's like in Phasmophobia when you hear the girl singing.
Yes. It's the, Oh, what was that? Your brother did. That was fun. Remus,
12.
even though you're a bit distracted, something in the distance catches your eye. It seems like a really decent place for a camp. You see glittering water of a rather large pond. And you see what looks, as you come closer, you see what looks like a small stream that's feeding into it. Looking around you, you don't hear anything other than birds coming to rest for the evening and soft rustling of wind in the trees. You see a few tracks in the mud around it, leading to and from the water. And looks like a pretty decent place to set up camp. You have water, there's rocks that seem to have been arranged in a circular fashion, like someone has already set up camp here once before. And yeah, Oren and Bastion, you're not too far behind. You see the same thing. Takes you a bit longer to catch the circular pattern of the fire pit. But
So,
yeah.
Bastion, our fearless leader. What do you think?
Bastion has wandered off.
Before I go, sleep. Set up a tent. Sleep. Yeah, he's setting up a tent. He wants to go to sleep. And I'll be right back.
So, the minute tents are set up, there is a pile of clothes where Oren used to be, and you hear a splash as he is in that pond.
The water is cold. Not painfully cold, but it's in the middle of winter.
That's okay. Prestidigitation might get you clean, but it doesn't feel like proper cleaning to him.
That's fair. Yeah, no. It's you're definitely paying attention to your surroundings, but it's not like freezing to death cold.
Excellent. So yes,
I've
he
got-
will thoroughly bathe and then, naked as a jaybird, wander back onto the banks and put his clothes on.
Okay. While he is bathing, what are you, Romulus and Remus, doing?
So I would have initially gone upstream from the pool to make sure we can get some clean water.
Hey, I'm clean. Rude.
You're clean now. You weren't when you went in.
I prestidigitated before.
As you said before, there's clean and then there's clean.
Yes.
So I'll get fresh water in and I'll probably start setting up the camp. But he'll be a lot quieter than normal.
Okay.
Which, considering that normally he doesn't speak a lot anyway, is even more quieter than normal. He tries not to speak too much.
All right.
Yes.
He's very much in his head, trying to understand everything that's happened in the last. It's about 2 weeks now that we've started this journey.
At this point, it would be 16 days, so a little over 2 weeks, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And kind of he'll be contemplating that, and also like we've been doing this for a couple of weeks. He's back with his brother. The sword's causing problems again. And then kind of will turn introspectively to this, both the vision and the weird psychic flame thing.
Okay.
And just trying to understand it, almost like straining what few brain cells he has to try to understand what weird and wonderful past they must have to have all of these weird and wonderful complications to a simple life.
I sense that he's quieter than normal, and as he's heading off, I kind of like mentally connect with him and be like, I can tell you got a lot on your brain. Like, I'm happy to kind of listen, talk, and figure these things out, because shit tons happened in the last 2 weeks, and it's gonna take us a bit of time to try and like digest what we know now. So don't keep it in your brain.
The problem, brother, is the more we learn, the more questions there are.
I know. Yeah. Hopefully we can.
In the last 2 weeks, we've suddenly learned what we are, and now we need to understand why we are.
I mean, it's progress. I know it's not exactly easy progress, but we know more now than what we did a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, God, the road ahead might be long and weary, but if we really want to figure these things out, we gotta stick to it.
All right. Hello, doggy.
No.
So, Bastian, naked elf on the bank after taking a bath. Remus has been gathering water from the fresh spring. And Romulus, what are you doing?
I was just
Other than
like,
just
sitting.
Contemplating.
Yeah, just contemplating things as well, I suppose. Like just messaging Remus and contemplating my own existence, place in the universe.
All right.
Knifing.
All right. Let me double check something real quick before we wrap. Oh, I know that. There it is.
Oh, good boy.
As you're settling down to enjoy the evening's rest, Remus and Oren, could I please have a Constitution saving throw from the both of you?
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Constitution is that one there.
As you settle down, both of you start feeling tingling sensation. Oren, you feel it all over your body. It's not uncomfortable, It's like almost like slipping into a blanket when you've been cold, tingling all over your skin, and you start feeling tired, woozy. Not pleasant sensation. And your eyes start drooping a bit. And the rest of you see Oren just hit the deck as he falls
Am
over.
I asleep?
Yes,
I am an elf. I don't sleep.
I know.
Ah,
And Remus, you watch Oren fall over, and then the ground is right there and just out cold.
yes, Oren's last words before he falls asleep as he feels it happening is just, get the pork off the fire.
And
Right.
that's where we're gonna wrap this session.